Okay, let's go to, where is that? Luke?
Luke 22.
Where Jesus was in this battle. Then I want to tell my horse story, all right?
All right. I'm going to Luke 22, and I'm going to begin in verse 39. And he came out, and this is Jesus, and went as he wont to the Mount of Olives, and his disciples also followed him. And when he was at the place, he said unto them, Pray that you enter not into temptation. And he was withdrawn from them about a stone's cast, and kneeled down and prayed, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. And there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him. And being in an agony, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was as great drops of blood falling down to the ground. And when he rose up from prayer, he was come to his disciples. He found them sleeping for sorrow, and said unto them, Why sleep you? Rise and pray, lest you enter into temptation. I looked up the word agony.
Yeah.
It means anguish, a great contest.
It's a greater than the one I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
It is much greater. It's for all of us. I'm in it for certain ones. I woke up, we already talked to that. I was exercising on my little playhouse. And I was thinking about what a conflict I was in for God's people. Have been for a long time, many years, to conform them to the image of Jesus, knowing that Jesus is also praying for all of us to be conformed to the image of Jesus. I have been a conflict, be conformed to however many, Jesus, everybody. I will never at any time think I can do. I'll be quiet. Jesus was a man just as I am. But I was thinking of this morning as I was on my gazelle, and I just got off of the gazelle and was standing by it, and God reminded me of a horse that I attended in the 1960s as a practicing veterinarian, an equine practitioner, a specialist, so to speak. I rarely referred to myself as a specialist, but once in a lawsuit, it was testified of me in a court in Denton, Texas, that I and 3 other veterinarians in North Texas had equal skills and no one else. I didn't testify of that, but they did about me. 3 of them were Aggies and 1 was from Missouri. I bet that brought some heat, huh? I was charter president of North Texas Equine Practitioners Association in 1968, charter president. So my colleagues thought something. And by the way, they were all Aggies except one, and he was from Colorado State. just letting you know where I came from. And it's not me, it's God that wants you to know. And He made me for this job. Amen. So this morning, I was just considering Jesus and myself, and God brought the horse to mind. He was a chestnut. No, he wasn't. He was a sorrel. Chestnut would be thoroughbred, American saddlebred, and so forth. But he was an American quarter horse, so he was sorrel. Amen. Very. He was a deep sorrel, a red sorrel. Beautiful horse. And I arrived, and the horse was in a great distress, standing there, trembling, perspiration all over him. Some not uniformly so, but some were size of a quarter, some drops, others decreased down. They appeared as blood. It's been darn near 40 years since that happened. I frankly was so distressed myself to see the pain that horse was experiencing. And I wanted to euthanize him. I could see his right shoulder was fractured. I didn't want to touch it. I could see it. The horse was in such pain, and I didn't want to add to the pain. I will finish this and tell you why I am weeping. I had to get permission to euthanize that horse, to get him out of his pain. I felt so sympathetic for him. Sorrowful.
Maybe a good word would be compassion.
Amen. And I finally got permission from the owner to euthanize the horse. And that's pretty much the end of that. But this morning, as I was standing by my gazelle. And the Lord just put that horse before me. I saw Jesus. In the garden. What he did for us. Yes, my heart is broken. "40 years ago, maybe 38, 39, 37, that event took place with the horse. As I stood there this morning, I knew God was saying, I did that then to show you this day. Something about what my son suffered for you. Those of you that know anything about me know what kind of war injuries I took care of. Korean. I never felt this ever. Amen. I can only tell you, I saw a little bit of the pain in that horse. Dr. Butler, Charles Rodney, hope you're hearing this, was my partner. Graduate of Texas A&M, staff member of Oklahoma State. Joined me in 1968 at 121 Veterinary Hospital, McKinney, Texas. Amen. Dr. Butler and I both did a lot of specialty work in horses. Both in the leg, lameness, others, but lameness is what I want to talk about. There is a nerve on the medial side, the inside of the limb of a horse. It's also right there on our radial nerve. It's big in a horse. It's never happened to me, but it happened to Dr. Butler. He was blocking the radial nerve to do some actually diagnostic work on the lameness of this horse left front leg. I was not there, did not see it, but he put that needle, he hit that radial nerve, went with a needle, in with a little needle, actually it's probably a 12 gauge. Oh, no, good Lord, the other way. Probably a 21, 22. No, it wouldn't be a 12, folks. It's been a long time since I played with this. But that horse was restrained. But when he hit that radial nerve, the horse exploded. And Dr. Butler said, Doyle, listen, he didn't use the grace of God. He said, I'm lucky to be alive. That horse went crazy and never touched him. I can tell him why. God wanted him to be my partner in my 121. So I know something about nerves and pain. Jesus had every bone out of joint. Nerves exposed. The pain, I'm not going to embellish anything. The pain that man suffered was unreal. Okay? It's necessary. This happened to me now and right here. See more of it. We don't know how hard-hearted we are. Huh?
Amen.
No, we don't. We have no clue.